So the last video that I made a couple months ago, I was sick quite a bit. I had a lot of things planned for that video leading up to that fight. I wanted to do like a stupid training montage. I wanted to go like in depth on what I'm doing, what I'm working on, my game plan, all that stuff. I ended up getting sick again and sick again and sick again. And then I was fine like a couple days before the fight. And then I had the fight. And then afterwards, I was going back to the gym consistently, and I was training, and I was doing stuff, and then I got sick again. So then I was out of the gym. I already had my next fight planned. It was like 2 months later, so it wasn't that big of a break. So being sick in between such a short period didn't help out that well. The fight went okay. I mean, I did okay in the first round. I gassed out in the second, and I got my ass beat in the third. It was a fundraiser show, so there wasn't a winner or loser. If there was, I would have lost for sure. Would have lost rounds 2 and 3. The common theme, obviously, is that I keep getting sick. And the problem is that I didn't know why. The most common thing, though, is that I was dealing with stomach problems. It was things like, loss of appetite, really bad abdominal pain, cramping, discomfort, bloating. I just started to feel really tired and exhausted all the time. I was having a hard time with cardio. I was having a hard time keeping up. And I decided I was going to take a step away from boxing for a little bit. These problems have been causing me to be on and off with boxing for years now. Every time that things would start going well, I would get sick, my stomach would hurt, I would deal with some stomach problems, and then I would have to take a step back again. And that's happened on and on and on throughout the years. So I just decided, I was done. This was finally it. I'm going to a doctor. So I went to my doctor. I was referred to a gastroenterologist, which I'm going to see next Friday. Unfortunately, I was at work the other day. I had really, really bad stomach pain, worse than I've ever felt. I couldn't lift. I couldn't perform the functions of my job. So I had to leave early, and I ended up going to the emergency room. They did some blood work. They got a CT, and when they came back and talked to me, they told me that my colon was very inflamed. They said they don't know what's causing it yet. They said it could be a couple of different things. Inflammatory bowel disease, or they said it could have been diverticulitis. They don't know. They don't know yet. So the plan is to obviously still go to the gastroenterologist. I still need to get a colonoscopy done, which is unfortunate. Now, that's bad news, but now here is like the bad news. This is the worst news. It is nearing the end of February. Golden Gloves is in March, and I'm here in Indiana, so it would be Indiana Golden Gloves in March. My cardio is not where it needs to be. My boxing skills are not where they need to be. I haven't sparred. I haven't stepped foot in a boxing gym in months because of these stomach problems. So unfortunately, I'm not doing Golden Gloves this year. Like I said, I haven't been in a boxing gym in a while. Haven't trained boxing. I've been going to the normal gym, doing some cardio, trying to get that back up. I don't have an active USA Boxing membership right now. So all of that is on hold, unfortunately. The bright side of going to the emergency room and coming out of that is that now I have an idea as to what could be causing the problems that I have. So what that means is I can get back to light training for now. Light training. I'm going to hit the heavy bag, jump rope, try to increase my cardio, make some diet changes, obviously, make some big diet changes, can increase my, water intake every day. A lot of things to work on, a lot of things that I still don't know, but it's good to have some answers and have a rough idea on what I could be dealing with here. I still fully intend on getting fights this year, so what I think I'm going to be doing here soon is focusing on light training, easing my way back into things because I don't think my stomach can handle me going 100% right off the bat, getting right back into it. So I'm going to start small, hit the heavy bag, do some jump rope, do some speed bag, shadow boxing, light weightlifting, try to tone out my muscles a little bit. It's unfortunate that all this is happening, but like I said, I got to try to look on the bright side and do what I can when I can as far as training goes. For a good couple months I couldn't train at all. now I can lightly train. So it's not as big a step forward as I wanted, but it's still a step forward. It's not standing still. So, you know, I'm grateful for that. I'll probably make a video, I want to say in March, after the gastroenterologist, after the colonoscopy, with, you know, an official like diagnosis on what I have, and explain what I'm going to do going forward, my path forward as far as treatment and whatever. So, you know, like I said, one step at a time. You know, as long as we're not sitting still, we're moving forward. So, you know, that's where we're at. Let's do it, you know.